There's a tragedy that almost no one notices. It doesn't happen all at once. It's not loud. It doesn't make headlines, but it ruins people all the same. It's the slow, quiet death of waiting. Waiting to feel ready. Waiting for the perfect time. Waiting for permission. Most people are not living. They're waiting to live, waiting for the right job, the right partner, the right moment, and while they wait, days become months, months become years, and one day, they look back and realize they were never really here. They were always getting ready to be. Alan Watts once said, "The meaning of life is just to be alive." It is so plain and so obvious and so simple, and yet everybody rushes around in a great panic as if it were necessary to achieve something beyond themselves. Let that sink in. What if your life isn't waiting to begin? What if it already has and you're missing it? Every time you put off a dream, every time you say someday, every time you betray what you want to stay comfortable, that's a moment lost. And no one talks about how expensive that becomes, because time is the one currency you can never get back. You were not born to delay yourself. You were not born to hold your breath until the conditions are perfect. You were born to be here now, imperfect, in motion, alive. Alan Watts believed the reason people suffer isn't because life is meaningless. It's because they try to force it to mean something other than what it is. They're constantly trying to escape the moment, trying to chase something better, trying to fix themselves, trying to achieve enough before they allow themselves to be free. But the chase never ends, the finish line keeps moving, and so the years slip away. You don't need more time, you need more presence. And the longer you wait to step in, the heavier the regret becomes. The illusion of the right time. Everyone talks about timing. Wait until you're more stable. Wait until you've figured it all out. Wait until you're ready. But here's the secret. No one tells you the right time is an illusion. It doesn't exist, it never has. What people are really saying when they tell you to wait is that they're afraid. Afraid to risk, afraid to fail, afraid to be seen trying before they're perfect. But Alan Watts knew. Perfection is the enemy of presence, he said. The more a thing tends to be permanent, the more it tends to be lifeless. Trying to make your life safe, polished, permanent only makes it dead. Because life isn't static, it's fluid, it moves. It changes shape the moment you try to control it. Think about it. How many times have you told yourself, once I have more money, then I'll start. Once I'm more confident, then I'll speak up. Once I'm healed, then I'll go after what I want. But life doesn't wait for your checklist. It rewards movement, not certainty. The people you admire, they didn't wait. They started messy. They failed publicly. They lived while figuring it out. That's not recklessness. That's trust. Trust that the path will shape you as much as you shape the path. Alan Watts called it the dance. He said life isn't a journey with a destination. It's a song to be danced while it plays, and the moment you try to turn it into a straight line, you miss the rhythm, you miss the joy, you miss the whole damn point. So the next time your brain says, now's not the time, ask yourself, who told me that? Where did that voice come from? A scared parent? A risk-averse system? A society built to keep you numb? That voice isn't truth. It's conditioning. And it dies the moment you choose movement. Let me be clear. This doesn't mean act without thought. It means stop letting thought become a prison, because clarity comes from action. Confidence comes from doing. Freedom comes from letting go of control. You don't need to be ready. You need to be willing. Willing to look foolish. Willing to take a step before you see the whole staircase. Willing to be alive fully. Now, not just eventually, because eventually is where dreams go to die. And someday is just a softer way of saying never. The moment you stop waiting, the moment you act, speak, leap, create, you shift timelines, you reclaim your time. You collapse years of delay into days of momentum, and suddenly life starts responding. Not because it finally opened its arms, but because you stopped holding back. If this content is making sense to you, then click the subscribe button and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for your support. The fear of wasting life and how to let go of it. There's something deeper than the fear of failure. It's the fear of wasting your life. That gnawing sense in your gut, that quiet panic just beneath the surface. What if I'm getting it all wrong? What if I look back one day and realize I missed it? And the more you fear wasting your life, the more you try to get it right. So you overthink, you hesitate, you analyze every move, but here's the trap. The fear of wasting life is what causes you to waste it. Alan Watts saw this clearly. He said, trying to define yourself is like trying to bite your own teeth. You'll never get it perfect. You'll never be able to calculate the exact right move, because you are not a machine, you are an experience. And life isn't meant to be a perfectly planned sequence. It's meant to be lived. Laughed through, sung through, danced through, even messed up beautifully. You don't escape regret by avoiding risk. You escape regret by showing up. Regret doesn't come from action. It comes from inaction. From all the things you didn't say, all the love you didn't express, all the art you didn't create, all the chances you didn't take. And the worst part, you can't get those moments back. But you can stop creating more of them right now, because here's the truth. You don't owe the world perfection. You owe yourself permission. Permission to begin, permission to try. Permission to mess it all up and still be proud you showed up. Let go of the idea that life has a script you're supposed to follow. It doesn't. No one has it figured out. The people who look like they do, they just stopped waiting to feel ready. They started walking and figured it out as they moved. Let go of the idea that you need to earn joy. You don't. You are allowed to enjoy this moment, even if everything isn't solved yet. Even if you're still healing, still searching, still building. You don't need to wait to live. Living is what transforms you. Alan Watts believed that the moment you stop trying to make life work is the moment you finally feel alive, because life isn't a puzzle. It's a performance, it's a wave, and you are here to surf it, not to control the ocean. So if you're afraid of wasting your life, here's the best thing you can do. Start living it, messily, imperfectly, honestly now. How to shift from existing to living. There's a difference between existing and living. Existing is routine, safe, predictable, numb. Living is presence, risk, depth, joy, even in the chaos. But here's the twist. Most people don't realize they're just existing until something wakes them up. A loss, a breakup, a moment where the life they've built starts to feel hollow, and they realize they've been busy but not alive. Alan Watts once said, "You are a function of what the whole universe is doing, in the same way that a wave is a function of the ocean." He meant this. You were never meant to control everything. You were meant to flow, to respond, to play, to dance with the moment instead of trying to dominate it. So how do you shift? How do you move from existing to living? Step 1, kill the timeline. Stop measuring your life by age, income, or milestones. That's not a life. That's a checklist. Your path is not late, it's not behind, it's yours. And the moment you stop comparing, you start living. Step 2, do one thing today you normally avoid, that thing you keep putting off, that uncomfortable conversation, that dream you've postponed. Do one tiny version of it today. Because courage isn't something you wait for. It's something you practice, and every time you move, life responds. Step 3, let joy in now. You don't have to earn happiness. You don't have to finish healing. You don't have to prove yourself. You're allowed to enjoy the moment, even if it's messy, even if it's uncertain. Joy isn't the reward for a perfect life. Joy is what makes life worth it. The truth? You were never meant to be a machine. You were meant to laugh hard, love deeply, feel fully, mess up loudly, and try again. That's life. That's your life. And it's happening now, not someday. But even as you step into life, there are forces that pull you back. The weight of old wounds, the shadows of the past, the pain you've buried that still shapes who you are. Alan Watts taught us how to return to presence, but Carl Jung shows us what's hiding inside it in our next video. If you've ever felt like you were losing yourself, if you've ever wondered why the pain still echoes, if you're ready to meet the part of you that still hurts, but still hopes, that's where we're going next. Keep watching. Depthoria is just beginning.